pays what you got for me.
Durag Diaries, yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to your Tottenham transfer news show. You guys know what time it is. Everything Tottenham transfers. This is your place to be. A big up to everyone that's inside. We know it's an early morning today, but we got a busy day of streams, so we had to get this one in nice and early to connect with the chat, talk to the community, see what the descendants and delinquents are saying. What's the reflection off the back of yesterday, I suppose, because we did play Newcastle. Some will say it's a disappointing game. A lot of takeaways from that game to talk about. So I thought we can discuss some of that, but also discuss some of the other stuff going on in and around the world of Tottenham. Who will be replacing Maddison, who looks like he will be ruled out from the majority of next season. We're waiting for a confirmation regarding surgeries or whatever's going on for him. But yes, very, very early start today. Big up to Elijah in the building. Says, damn, this is early for UK as well. Yeah, it is early. It's real early for a stream. But I have a very, very busy day of streams, so there's no time to get this stream in, apart from in the evening. But we know this is a morning show. This is a morning show, so I committed to you guys to say I'll be going live pretty much every day of the transfer window in the morning to give you guys updates, and that's what we're here to do. So I ain't gonna miss. I'm holding my end of the bargain up. I just need you guys to hold your end of the bargain, and that's just by sharing the video, showing some love, showing some support. You know, we're on the road to 4K. I know it says 5 up here, but we're trying to get 4K before the end of the month. Yeah, we're pushing 800 to go, or I should say 785 or something like that. But we can do it. We can do it. We just need your support. I need your help. Just that little extra push. Share it around. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe to Durag Diaries. Big up to Elijah, man. Early start. Yeah, man. Real early start today. Real early start. Literally, I'll be real. I got out of bed like fucking less than an hour. You can see it in my eyes. I'm tired, but I'm ready. I'm ready to see what this team's going to do for me. Are they going to make my day? Is there going to be some good news drop this morning? Please, let's that be the case. Big up to Midoriya. You know, good morning to you as well. Morning vibes. Big up. And who you can tell who's working 9 to 5 and who wakes up at midnight. Man, like E's available. Yeah. Say less. I'll send you over the link. But yeah, what do you mean by that? Who do you think wakes up at midnight? Because I definitely don't wake up at midnight. I can't even lie. Night is not me type of thing. Smash the likes on entry. Yes, people, make sure you are smashing the likes on entry. Big up to Hooks for the raid. Big up to everybody that's came over from Hooks' channel. Big up to Hooks. I saw he was live real early today. So big up to Hooks live with the raid. You're probably going to catch Hooks live every day at 8:30. Yeah, you see how I go live in the morning. I'll be real. Hooks is even live earlier than man. So if you think I'm early, this is nothing. Hooks is the real early starter, real hard worker. Elijah, give me a second. That shit just playing up. So yeah, man, big up to Hooks for the raid, bro. Real early start. Big up Hooks to the raid, man. Like big up, bro. Big up to DJ Dens in the yard. Karma, Hooks raid. Big up to Karma. Hope you're feeling a little bit better after a few days. You know, you forgot about the loss and all of that stuff. You're not going to be on to me or my chat today. Let's get this over. All right, link sent out to Elijah. Link sent over, my bro. Am I robotic again? There's no way I'm robotic again. Surely not, bro. Surely not. I feel like you're trolling me, NS. Only with the OBS. And the OBS hooks on, it might start going robotic, but we ain't on no OBS today, so it shouldn't cause us no issues with that. But Virgin Active Suge Knight. I know you didn't say this in his chat. SLD, I know you didn't say this in the chat. I know you didn't say that in the chat to Hooks, bro. Let's keep it real. I know you didn't drop the Timu Suge Knight rate. I know you didn't drop that on him. Oh, Fez. Yeah, no, I get what you mean, me though. I get what you mean. I can't lie. Them late night. You see the man that be waking up at 12 and that. I wish, you know. I wish. Damn, Hooks was up with the crows. Early mornings, bro. The early bird beats the worm or catches the worm, whatever it is, bro. You get in early, you be the first one. This is a nice slot. I can't lie. This is a nice little morning slot where not too many people alive. So we can talk to get little views out, get little reach. You know, the people that are actually tuned in to see man, not to watch just because they're bored. But big up the boy Jords every time. Big up to SB. I see you man are going live late. I'll make sure you man are tuned into the live 5:15 today. SB and Catch. But real grafter. Come on, man. Come on. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. But what I did actually want to go on to, first of all, today is we had quite a few quotes. We had quite a few quotes on Thomas Frank and the signing and adding of Joao Palhinha to the squad. So for those of you who won't know, Joao Palhinha was announced yesterday. Joao Palhinha wasn't... Yeah, big up to Hooks. I was up at 5:15, gym by 6:30, first stream by 8:30. Active! Yeah, Hooks active. Man said 5:15. So that's the real early bird catch one. Brother, I can't even say I was up that long ago. I can't even lie to the man and say I was up that long ago, bro. That's mad. Early bird really catches the worm, and Hooks is... I was trying to catch all the worms, fam. 5:30. Active. I have seen this. I've seen that this is coming out. I don't know if it was out, but we can react to it on stream. I can do a live reaction on stream if you guys want. If you guys actually want me to watch that, we can make that the stream today and we'll watch the Levy interview and go through that. But you guys let me know because we can do that. We can do that. We could change up the stream and just do straight Levy interview, or we could save that for another stream or a video or something. Let me know. But I think first of all, let's just start here. Spurs have announced the signing of Joao Pal. That's what I'm calling him. It's just straight up Joao Pal, yeah? Joao with the Pal, yeah? He's now confirmed, and Joao is a lily white. The one thing I liked about this little announcement video is if we'll see.
In lily white.
Oh, I don't want to play it too loud. But yeah, let's watch this little announcement video together, yeah? Let's watch this little one. I like, it's cheeky. It's cheeky. I liked what he done there. He just, you know, that little jab back. He gave that little jab back to Mr. Marinakis. Gave that little jab back. Big up to E in the building. Man, like Elijah, what you saying, my bro?
Chilling, bro. What are you man saying?
Yeah, we're good, man. We're good. We're literally just about to see the Joao Pal.
Joao Pal is crazy.
Joao Pal, bro. It's just
sounds like a sound effect, bro.
Joao Pal, bro. That's all we're doing. Joao Pal, bro. Joao Pal still.
In London. In lily white. Set the tempo. No backward steps.
Is he a rapper, bro?
I don't think. Yeah, I can't even lie. When I watched it and I'm hearing him just say all these things, I'm thinking, why is he doing the ad-lib thing over the beat? I don't know what's going on.
You know, you talk shit at the end of the track, bro. That's what it is, bro. You just talking.
I genuinely thought that they made all of this thing just for this.
No backward steps.
It was just for that. It was just for that. Tottenham wanted to get the Joao Pal bang special back to Marinakis, and he's letting him know there's no backward steps from Nottingham Forest. So Morgan Gibbs White, I hope he was listening, because we ain't the backward step. And I don't know if people have been seeing, which has been beautiful. Nottingham Forest have lost pretty much all their preseason games. Like, pretty much all. They lost against Birmingham yesterday. I was watching Wolfie going mad Morgan Gibbs White
Another
rubbish.
MG White stinker again, fam. I saw the word again, and I was like, what's going on? What happened to again? I thought he was, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was one of your best players.
I thought they always win, bro. You remember when Marinakis says we always win? I thought they always win. Shit.
Sheesh, hey, that Gibbs White guy, he might have been a fraud, Loki.
For real, bro. For real. It looked like that might have been a fraud, but let's get
fight for every loose ball, every tackle. Come on, you Spurs.
Fight for every loose ball, every tackle.
It's just like they hit him up and fucking a promo videos and that, bro.
I swear that it was probably. It was just like, bro, could you not come up with anything better to say? When I swear, I was just like, fight for every tackle. I was like, shit, okay. Like,
oh my God.
What's so serious, bro? Shit, I know, like, I was like, fight for every tackle, every ball.
But you're getting paid 170k a week to play football, bro. You're not a fucking soldier.
Big racks. You know, that's such a good question, yeah. Because I was having this question with my boys the other day. And a lot of people obviously cook players when they're put in for positions like himself, you know, where he was at Fulham, he was a main player at Fulham, and then he went to Bayern, didn't play any minutes. When you look at the main reason he went to Bayern, he was on like 60k a week at Fulham. Bayern upped his pay to 180k a week. Yeah. If you're put in a position where a team offers you that money and you know you're going to be a bit part player as opposed to being the main player, you're taking that pay, right?
You know what it is? Palhinha, I don't even know if he thought he'd be a bit part player because, like, I don't even know. Was Company even the manager when they signed him? I don't know if Company was the manager or maybe it was. Who was?
I reckon he was the manager. He probably just come in like the same as Frank. So you know how the transfer started whilst he came in type of thing.
Yes, because like Palhinha was one of the best DMs in the Prem. Like in terms of like what he's there for, like he was one of the best in the Prem, if not the best. He was definitely in that top 5 kind of conversation. So I imagine that he probably thought that was just his natural step up into to a bigger club. So it's kind of a shame that Company didn't want to use him. But Company wants a ball playing midfielder, innit? He wants like a Kimmich there, you know, so a Pavlovic or someone like a deep line playmaker. Yeah. He don't want someone like Palhinha. So it's unfortunate, but it made sense at the time. It made 100% sense for him to go to Bayern. So yeah, it's a shame for him, but we're here. You're here now. So
you're here now, man. And to be fair, I think a lot of Spurs fans are happy with the signing. There's some that are questioning the signing, but the people that are questioning the signing are probably ones that I need to have conversations with because I want to understand where some people like there's no reason as to why to question it or why you shouldn't be happy. We've got a loan.
Literally,
so you
it's a loan deal.
Value.
Literally,
you can't say we've overspent for him. He's an experienced player. So for the people that say we've signed too many young players, he's experienced. So unless you just want to keep signing young players, then okay, fine.
He ticks every box, so I don't know what the point
is. Like I can't see what box doesn't tick in that sense. And also there was a few quotes that I wanted to share from Thomas Frank regarding the signing. That's probably give us a good reflection of where he was at with why he wanted to bring him in. But as you can see here, Thomas Frank on why he wanted to sign Joao Palhinha. Let me zoom in slightly. It was always his abilities, and if you look at a squad, I don't think we have his ability or package as a clear number 6 with his profile. I think all Spurs fans have said that. Thomas Frank identifies it very easily too. His defensive qualities, his ability to be in the center of the pitch, very disciplined. His distribution, short diagonals, passes in behind, and then his ability to break up play, especially if you're playing away from home or against good counter-attacking teams. It's very important to have one that, you know, is not running away or gets attracted to something. His set-piece ability in both boxes is also a key thing.
Yeah.
And he has some good has some experience, which is good. Do you think that's... I think Thomas Frank's spot on there with pretty much everything he said. Yeah. It's like...
Passes in behind, he kind of lose me. But everything else, yeah, he's spot on with that stuff, man. He's underrated in set pieces as well.
Facts, he is. He is actually really underrated with his set pieces. But yeah, I can't lie. The passing behind was the only bit where I was like, I don't know him for his passing. The short, when he said shorts, I was like, yeah, diagonal passing behind. Maybe I have to look at that one a bit closer. I might have to evaluate that one. VAR
that thing, innit?
Yeah, for real. We're gonna have to VAR that one for real. But he went on further to say why he wanted to sign a six is when I came in and assessed the squad, it was an area where I thought we could need something there. I know the squad and I know the team, and I've watched extra games before I went in, but it's always different when you then walk in and you feel you work with them. I watch intense video with my eyes and understand the way I want things to go. And then Thomas Frank finally on adding a player of Joao Palhinha's experience to the squad. It doesn't have to be that experience in terms of age. Kudus is experienced and he's 24. He has tried a lot in his life and he can perform now. I think it's important to have some players who can perform now. We need to have enough of them and enough talent. We need the perfect blend because I think you have some big talent in the middle of the pitch like Archie, Lucas, and Pat. Great quotes there. And to be fair, I'm looking forward to having a conversation with D because I'm not sure if you saw the clips that come out between Archie Gray and his reasons as to why signing Joao Palhinha will make Archie Gray want to leave. It's good. Mentioned it there pretty much to allude to the fact that those players are still going to be coming through, but we need the experienced players that are going to be the good balance with them because I think that's something that I've been heavy during this transfer window. But just on Joao Palhinha again, really quickly, where do you think, or how do you think he's going to come into the team? Because obviously we do have a lot of central midfielders. Do you think he's going to be used as the main starter, or do you view this as like an option, as in he's just going to be rotating and we're going to have like a consistent rotational three and there's going to be a lot of changes in that midfield?
I think it's going to be rotation. I think when we play against the bigger teams, he's going to be one of the first names on the team sheet because if we play a bigger team or a better team, we're more likely to sit back, which means we'll need someone like Palhinha there. But I think if we're going to be dominating the ball, dominating possession, really sticking on other teams, safety balls, I think having Palhinha there is kind of redundant. I think having maybe someone like a Bentancur there, someone who can sit back. He's not really a player that sits back, but a player who can sit a bit and help actually with the link-up play and stuff like that. I think Bentancur would probably be better. But we have two, we had two because Madison's now injured, but we had two like very plausible midfield trios. I remember I put them in the chat one time, but we until Madison went down, we actually had two plausible trios in midfield. Obviously now with Brozy getting injured, we need to get a 10 or we need to find out what's going to happen with that 10 role. I don't know, because I assumed we needed a 10 anyway, innit? Like I think we could agree we needed a 10 anyway. Because
we need 2 10s. It's dark.
Yeah, but now we need 2 10s because we both knew that like as much as Madison has the quality, Broski needs to get phased out a little bit. Now he's phased himself out, so we need 2 10s. It's tough, but yeah, I think Palhinha will just be like he'll start for the big games, definitely.
That's what I see it. And to be fair, taking on what Frank said there, it was against the teams when we're away from home and when we're going to be counter-attacking, like heavy counter-attacking teams. Those tend to be the bigger games where they'll be hitting us on the transition a little bit more because the game would be a bit more end-to-end. You could expect to see him starting those ones. So no, I would agree in that sense. But I can't believe that Kengers has called man a lanky Lee Catamore. That is crazy stuff, yeah. All the man lanky Lee Catamore is mad. Just because they foul, just because they're foulers, man, call man a lanky Lee Catamore, bro. That's crazy. I saw this and I was like, nah, he's going mad. He's going mad.
Insane.
But yeah, no, with Palhinha and like the midfield combinations, I think he will be the one that will give us like when we need to go defensive, when we need to sit back, when we need to get into a low block, he's probably the player that you put in there and probably sub onto the pitch or start the game to see those ones out. But like you said, in some of those other games where we're going to be more on the ball and we might be facing, I don't know, the bottom 8 or 9 sides in the Premier League, we're going to need someone like Bentancur in that 6th role who's going to be able to recycle the ball, pick it up, actually play out from those positions. But I think for me, when we mentioned Madison, it takes me back, 6 months ago or so, when me and East first started streaming together. And we're having all these conversations about Madders, Kulu, Madders this, Madders that. And I remember saying quite some time ago, I'd be happy to sell in Madison. I'd be way more than open to selling Madison than a lot of people think. Yeah. This was one of the main reasons. Now, obviously it's not his fault that he's got an injury. I hope Madison heals well, and it is very unfortunate that in pre-season, 2 games back from him returning from injury, he's picked up another one. It is very unfortunate. Even me seeing him go down as not being a biggest Madison fan, I was looking forward to seeing Madison in this team under Frank, because I thought he could have had a bit of a revitalization. New manager, new lease of life. He might have found himself again. But seeing that happen, seeing the way it played out, which is always, gonna happen, him getting injured, it's just like, damn, this is what we expected this season. We're seeing Madison, be unavailable yet again. We now have to sign another 10, and this is one of the reasons why I feel like we should have sold him. And next summer, I feel like we're going to be in the same position, because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, but Madders has been injured. We've got to give him a chance. He's been injured. The past 2 years, he's been injured for majority of the years. Okay. So what? We're going to do a third year where he potentially is, and again, another injury-prone season. We're going to have to sell him next summer when he returns from injury. If this is a short-term injury, fine. Give him the chance when he comes back. But I can see him coming back from this injury, let's just say January, maybe February. Once he returns, it's going to take him a month or 2 to get up to speed. And then by the time he gets up to speed, season's going to be over. So it's going to be like, we've not really seen the best of Madison yet again for another season. I think we're going to have to sell him. Where are you at with this? Are you like, do we have to move on from him? What's the succession plan for the next season if we do just sign 110? What are the other options to have behind him? Because, yeah, man, this Madison, it's a big conundrum to have in it with Madison, because top player, but he's all injured a lot of the time.
Yeah, which, to be fair, I understood why. If the injury side of it, I understood why people wanted to sell him. The performance-wise, I didn't understand at all. But injuries, it makes sense. But we might have to sell him at this point. And now that he's injured, the problem is that it's the same knee as well. It's the same knee which he got injured on last season, like towards the end of the season. And to be fair, he stayed pretty fit for last season. It's just that he didn't play as many minutes because Ange dropped him. But yeah, I'm very upset to see Madison out, because he would have basically been one of the most important players in the team strictly because Cooley was still out. So now we're going to have to sign a 10. We're already struggling for money as it is, and we have to sign a 10 now. And we have to sign a left back. I think we can get away with not having a winger or not signing another attacker anyway. I think we can get away with it. But signing a fullback was like, we needed it. Now we have to sign a 10 and a fullback, and that is bad, because we got this Palhinha thing on a loan because we didn't have the money, because we couldn't sell Bissouma. Now we have to sell Bissouma. We've gotten 15 million euros for Son, which I'm glad we got some money, but it's not crazy.
Pennies, man. I can't lie. I was expecting at least double that. 30, bro. I thought they were going to throw me 30 mil. People are talking about bro, LAFC are going to make that money back from Sonny's shirt sales and all these things anyway. They always tell us about the South Korea effect,
I think it's just a thing of they make it easier for him. They probably just made it easier for him.
Spurs probably did. They probably didn't want to do the tough negotiation. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but it just in terms of depth, because I know we need a striker. I know we need another right winger. At this point, we need a starting left winger as well. So we need a whole attack. We need a 10. We need a left. I understand we need all that stuff, but we can't get that all done in one window. I mean, it's very rare that teams will get everything done in one window. And I think seeing Liverpool pretty much do everything has made us believe that any team could just go and do anything. That's not how it works most of the time. In terms of football history, it doesn't happen a lot of the time. We have to do it in installments. And me personally, I think our defense is our strongest attribute, but we don't have the proper depth, especially at fullback. We only have 3 fullbacks in the whole club, unless you're counting Archie Gray. If you count Archie Gray at fullback, we might as well prepare for another relegation season. If we're going to be
we're not counting Davies as well, because I don't know if
we're not counting Davies
yesterday. Davies was getting cooked down that right side. It was not good.
We're not getting. Yeah, we have Spence, Porry, Doggy. That's it. And in terms of attacking mids now, we have no one, because I don't want to play Kudus there. Mikey Mo's gone out on loan. I don't want to play Kudus in the middle because we don't have a right winger. We only have Kudus. He's the only right winger. Brennan Johnson, sure, but we know that whenever Brennan Johnson comes on, the best example of this is against Arsenal. We had Kudus and Odebear. Each wing was dangerous. We take off Kudus for Brennan Johnson. Everything's going down Odebear's side now. I wonder why, bro, because the guy is not available on the right wing. So when it comes to wingers. I need Kudus and I need Odebear on the wings. We need a 10. We need some sort of 10. I think Sarr can play like a pseudo 10 role, but he's not creative in the slightest. So yeah, we need 2 10s, but we need a 10 and we need a fullback. We do.
Hey, Andy Keelan, what's going on, bro? I don't have a clue what you're on about. I said, do I still need feeding you? I mean, you're not my pops, and you're definitely not my mom, so I don't know why I'd need feeding by another person.
That's a weird profile pic. What the hell?
Yeah, Andy Keelan is Cass, Diddy Cass. From it's like a screenshot of their show. They do like a court show. You get put in court with Diddy. Maybe that's the perfect show for you, E. Maybe that's the perfect show for you, E.
Yeah, let me just make sure I don't go on that channel, bro. From the season. Jesus Christ, bro.
No, to be fair, I'm probably explaining the show wrong, innit? I know it's one of their jail shows. It's like a show where you go in jail.
No, I've seen one of them. They had Wolfie barking and that, bro. And I'm not barking. I can't lie. I don't care how much money these.
Wait, Wolfie barked? No,
yeah.
Surely he'll bark. He barked.
I'll send you the clip, bro. Bro, someone donated. Bro, you man in chat, yeah, because I know man in the chat from Never a Foul. You man, hey, you saw it, right, bro? He got done. I think that man got donated like £100, and Wolfie got full screened on his ones, and he had to bark for and howl for like 30 seconds, bro.
Yeah, nah, he's going mad.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't care how much money you donate me. I'm not howling and barking on stream, bro. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Man went full speed mode, Man went,
yeah, bro. He started howling and everything, bro. I'll show it to you after, bro.
I need this Wolfie howling. I need that. That's gonna be my new clip,
bro.
Every time I see a Nottingham Forest loss, we're gonna just have to replay that clip. Wolfie howling, bro. Just alone there, fam. Mum's life. I need that. But when you're talking about some of the positions that we're needing, Spurs needing an attacking number 10, somebody that can pick up the ball, move the ball, but also potentially play out on those wings. As people will know, as we can see in the title, we have been linked to a player. Now, this link came a few days ago, and I've been doing my research over the weekend. And if Mr. Udang's in here, I started to research your player, that Hakon Arnoldson, but then this link come out. So then all my research went into man like Enzo Millot, because the link had come out the other day that Tottenham have entered the bidding for VfB Stuttgart midfielder Enzo Millot and appeared to be very serious. And with this, he had apparently, so this is what we had seen like a week ago, is that he had agreed and said yes to the project for Atletico Madrid, and personal terms are fully agreed. Negotiations were underway to get the deal under the clause. Now, the thing is, they've got a really weird release clause that every week closer to the season, the release clause goes up. And Stuttgart, now that they've got more teams involved in the deal, they're not happy for Atletico Madrid to get the deal done for the said release clause, which is like 20 million euro. So the release clause has been rising, and now that's caused a problem. And the Atletico universe themselves have come out and said, I believe there's a possibility that Enzo Millot to Atletico Madrid transfer could collapse. So there's a lot going on with this deal that we don't know behind the scenes. But this could potentially be another player that Spurs look to pick up in those attacking areas to give us an option away from James Maddison or Kulusevski. To give people a bit of a breakdown about the player, played for Stuttgart last season. Let me get his stats up. So I know some people love the stats, but when you talk about the type of player he is, he's a number 10 who can play in the 8. He can play a little deeper line, but also can play forward. You catch him pretty much everywhere in those forward lines, picking up the ball out on the wing, picking up the ball on the edge of the box, even a little bit deeper. Really strong shooter, good at creating shots for himself. Decent, really good carrier of the ball as well. Decent at breaking the lines with his passes. But just last season, played 29 games in the Bundesliga, scoring 6 goals and got 5 assists. He's had 4 seasons in the Bundesliga as total, sort of building up throughout his years. But last year was the one where he really broke out. Also played some Champions League football. I don't know whether you know much about him. I don't know whether you know much about him.
Not really, no.
But, yeah, that's fair. For I suppose for you, the easiest question is, €25 million, 22 years old. Is this a yes or no, bruv?
Fam, it's a fuck it, why not, bro? That's what it is, bro. It's a fuck it, why not? Look, the only reason I say it is because, again, we were struggling to get the Palhinha thing done because remember the reports before, it was we can't sign Palhinha until Bissouma is sold, innit? And then we managed to get it done on loan. So that means we didn't have to technically sell Bissouma. I still believe that the board and them are going to be like, yo, we need to sell before we buy. And with Son going, if we can get a Bissouma out of there as well, then we might be able to sign this brother. You know what I'm saying? We might be able to sign him. I don't know how good he is, though. So it's peak. Me personally, I just want to take Paqueta from West Ham to piss off Mikes. That's what I want to do, low key. But you know what? If we end up going for this, then you know it's not the end of the world, innit? We need someone.
Nah, definitely. We need somebody in that position. And you know what it is? For me, you know, when you start researching a player, you just start like pause, but you start falling in love with the way they play. Because I've actually done quite a bit of research on him. I'm reading up on him. I'm seeing, and you know, the biggest problem is when you start scouting a player you haven't actually fully watched across the season.
Oh yeah.
The journalists in the reports, they gas him up enough already. So as soon as I'm reading the reports, the first thing they say is, "Oh, the breakout star of the Bundesliga, the France is next captain." All of these, they're gassing him up with the thing. So I'm already like, okay, good reports. To be fair, I did have Joey from Chelsea, Joey Wab Sports. I don't know if you know him, but Chelsea fan. If not, you'll definitely be once you touch never a foul. He's always over there. He did at me on Twitter, and he pretty much said, "Bro, I've seen these links. I watch Stuttgart every week, and this guy is cold, the real deal." And for me, he literally just said, "Bro, he'd be a perfect replacement for Madison." So when I'm looking at this deal, I'm like, "Yo, this it ticks all the boxes as for why Tottenham should go for him." And how he would fit into our team. He's a bit younger as well, so there's probably less pressure on him to perform instantly. But also at the same time, because it's a low fee deal, I feel like it's easier for Spurs to get done. It's one of those ones, like, why not get it done if it's that easy to get done? Big up to a man like SSJ Super Saeed himself for dropping a super chat nice and early. He says, "We're not broke, Elijah. We will get transfers."
I'm going up what Levy says. Don't shoot the messenger, bro. That's all it is.
Do you know what? I'm gonna be watching that interview sometime today. I need to watch that interview sometime.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's gonna be interesting to see. But Foxy Monaco had a shocker with Enzo Millot. They sold him to Stuttgart for only 1.5 million. To be fair, they sold him at like 18 or something. So I doubt they knew that he was gonna become this type of player. Drew, who says, "What about Lookman?" Yes, Ademola Lookman did hand in his transfer request. I'm not sure if it was yesterday or the day before. I know it was over the weekend. But he is not happy that Atlanta rejected the bid that Inter Milan put in for him. So we will need to see what happens with that and if Inter Milan are going to go back in for him again. But Lookman would be a great option for Spurs. If we're looking for a homegrown player, he's homegrown, you know, fresh out of Charlton Academy. But he's also the left winger that we could need. He could be the Sonny replacement. But you know, I did forget to share that screen because some of you may not have already seen. Obviously, everyone knows Sonny's fully confirmed to go, but we did actually get the here we go for Sonny out to Tottenham last night to say that Heung-min Son, here we go, verbal agreement in place between all parties. Son ready to complete his move to MLS, with Spurs due to receive fee in excess of 15 million euros. Son didn't travel back to the UK with Spurs squad as he's waiting for documents to be signed with LAFC. So Son's gone. Son is gone. I suppose, did you watch the game back yesterday? Or have you watched the extended highlights and that?
I saw Tell's miss.
Man just went, he was like, I don't even care about the game. I just need to see Tell's miss.
I need to see Tell's miss, bro.
I remember in the message when you sent me, he was like, bro, I'm glad I didn't see that miss. But now you've seen the miss. You understand my reaction, innit? You understood my reaction.
Bro, I would have crashed out, bro. would have crashed out if I seen that. That was actually Son's miss, bro. It was actually Son's miss. But Son did it on purpose. So it's like, bro, what's his excuse, bro? That was so bad.
This is crazy, Wesley. This is crazy stuff. Yeah.
Norbit. I actually don't even know what Norbit looks like.
You've never seen Norbit?
I've forgotten, fam. Let me look up Norbit.
This guy, mad.
Actually, that's not too bad of a comparison, you know. Is that Eddie Murphy, bro? It's Eddie Murphy.
It's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, that's actually not bad of a comparison, you know. Yeah, you know, that's good. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Big up Top Bowley, big up Jords every time. Smash the likes. I beg you, go embarrass Arsenal. Go get Eze. What would you think about that? Because I've seen a lot of people say this now that like, oh, Eze's for the taking. You know, Arsenal haven't got a deal done. Why not Spurs go hijack and let him know that he's got a bigger place in the team now that Madison's available? Would you be open to doing that? Would you be open to going back in for Eze, seeing if Eze wants to come to Spurs now? Or where are you at with that? Because I'll be honest, I ain't no second place, innit? And if we're talking about for big player, yeah, for Eze, I ain't second place.
I'm saying he rejected us because he wants to go Arsenal. Just because Arsenal don't want, like, they can't buy you or whatever. Now you'll accept Tottenham. Man, go play for fucking Glasgow, bro. Go play for Glasgow. There's other 10s out there. Like, Eze is not the only option. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, nah, I'm good. You had your opportunity and you wanted to go Arsenal. So it's fair. I understand you picking Arsenal over Tottenham, but if the deal doesn't go through, don't think you can just come back. I'm cool. I'm all right, man. I'm petty like that.
Yeah, no, nah, definitely, bro. I don't blame you for that sense. Like, for me, it's like if we're talking about Rodrigo, he can reject me twice, and I'm still gonna say yeah. You know, one of them ones.
Yeah,
like, it's fine.
Yeah, Rodrigo's
a world-class player. Like, if they just, I remember when we got Van der Vaart. Like, we had Real Madrid scraps. Van der Vaart was my favorite player for the year, bro. Like, that was a scrap, but that was literally one of Real Madrid's scrubs, fam. A man came here and was our best player instantly. I'm fine with that. But when we're talking about Eze, I ain't being second choice to Arsenal. It's just not happening for me. I'll big up to Eugene for confirming. Yes, homegrown is for the EPL, academy trained is for the Champions League. But yes, I think the point is that Lookman ticks both boxes in the case of he's homegrown. He's academy trained for the Champions League, but he's homegrown as in he was brought through here. Like, it's academy trained, but he's a homegrown player because he played a certain amount of years in academies in England. So it counts, if you get what I mean. Luke's just sent me through some, so I don't know if it's for oh, something else. I thought you might have been sending us through something now. Seems unlikely the way Eze's been flirting with Arsenal. Tell Eze to jog on, he ain't coming. He can go and retire from trophies and Arsenal fairs. Pope had a really suspect preseason for us as well. Tell making him look good again. That's the thing. Pope's now their second goalkeeper, fam. He should have buried it through his legs and embarrassed him. And now man's making him look good. They just signed Ramsdale. We're making their second goalkeeper. I couldn't believe what Tell was doing in there. And it was the fact that, you know, when he took the step over before he shot, I was just like, so confused.
It's like you waited so long. Like Pope is what, like 6'6" or 6'7" or some shit, bro.
Yes, like you already know.
You don't wait till you're right there. Like, you don't wait till you're right in front of him, bro. If anything, like, take the shot a little bit early, catch him off guard. Like, you know he's tall as shit. He's gonna struggle. I was waiting for bro.
If a guy that tall, and for one, he had so much space and time. I was waiting for him, for one, to bring the ball more central because he was so far out on the right-hand side when he was attacking. So I thought he was going to bring it more central, so he's got options to go left or right. But also, just take it around the goalkeeper. Just take it around him. You're good. You're a good dribbler. When you've done the step over, you dropped him. So then you should have just went right. You should have stepped him over, hit it to the right, like went around the goalkeeper. And then you would have just, it would have been bare space. We just tapped it into the goal. And then we would have been 2-0 up. And we wouldn't have been moaning about yesterday. But I think the performance was a bit lackluster. And there's a few clear things that were clear to see yesterday. And it was just like, bro, Spurs still need signings. Spurs still need signings ASAP, man. Like, and that's a big problem for us at the moment. But where we're at right now, like we said, left winger, number 10, potentially a striker, and then a left back. That's still 4 players. 4 players needed before we can even consider this being a decent window for me. But it seems to be moving. It's just moving slowly at the moment. It's just moving slowly at the moment. We do obviously have a game in 2 days up against Bayern Munich. He's going to present a tough opportunity, but Joao Palhinha is going to be playing in that one with him joining the team today. I think they should be at home training. But where are you at with how we're preparing for these last 2 games? And do you think we're in a good position to play that Super Cup against PSG next week? Because correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that's what day next week? Wednesday. It's next Wednesday. We've got 8 days to count down till our final. 8 days till the Super Cup. How are Tottenham fans feeling for that? Because I'm not confident. I'm not
with
confident.
Madison now. I'm not confident. I'll be real. But you know, is the way I look at it, right? We have the answer, and the answer is Kudus, because PSG commit a lot of people forward, and like Hakimi and Nuno Mendes is very good defensively. Well, he's gotten a lot better defensively, like over the last few years. But that doesn't mean they don't bomb forward. They do bomb forward, and they can be left a little bit exposed at times. And look, I don't trust Tell's finishing. I don't trust anyone on Tottenham's finishing right now. I don't trust no one, apart from Pedro Porro. I trust Porro's finishing more than anyone else. But it's one game, innit? It's one game. You never know, fam. That's as long as the 11 players are on the pitch representing Spurs, we have a chance of winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, people have kept counting us out, innit? Counted us out Europa League. Every single fixture they were finding. Bro, even against Bodo Glimt, fam, we were 3-1 up, and they're still trying to convince themselves that we're gonna lose. Against Frankfurt, we can't win because of this. Man United, we can't win because of this. It's the same thing now. PSG, you can't win because of this. Like, why can't we win? Of course, we're underdogs, but why can't we win? We've been underdogs throughout like this whole stretch of time. We was winning games in the cups. Why can't we be underdogs? Why can't we win?
Thanks.
If you know what I'm saying, like PSG, of course, Chelsea are better than us. Like, it's not a comparison, but like, why can't we win though? Like, why can't we? We're literally a good defensive unit. Why can't we? Van Heck, Paqueta, and Grealish. Luke, I don't know who the fuck you think this board is, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's smoking crack, but I don't know why people want to count us out so badly. Like, I was on the show of Catching SB and Jay, and they were acting like I was snorting some sort of drug or something by saying we can win the game. Of course, we're underdogs. Of course, PSG have much better team and they're the best team in the world, or at least the second best because Chelsea now. Bro, we can win the game. All you got, it's a one-off game. We're very good defensively. I haven't really seen us be in any like consistent trouble defensively that much. Like, Newcastle had some chances. Obviously, Harvey Barnes scored a great goal.
Yeah,
but it's not like we've been in consistent, like under Andrew, in consistent defensive problems. I haven't seen that yet under Frank. I know PSG is a different kettle of fish, but I have to go off base what I've seen. And what I've seen is we have players who can counterattack. We have Kudus who can give players trouble. I don't trust the finishing, but you only need to score 1 goal. Me personally, I don't trust Richarlison up top, though. I'd rather start Brendan Johnson. Bro, I'd rather start Brendan Johnson up top. I'll be so real. But if we line up with Odebear, Kudus, Brendan Johnson up top, it'd have to be like Sarr or some bullshit in the 10 at this point. And
I'm overseeing. Like, don't get me wrong, yeah. Like, I think Sarr has an eye for goal. He definitely has an eye for goal, and he showed that not in just pre-season, but last season when he picked up a few goals in the edge of the box. He's sort of arriving late, and to be fair, I had him in like he was an outlier for my. I used to bet sometimes. If I'm doing a bet, he'd be my outlier for like a shot on target because perhaps I was always in and around that penalty area, creating some chances for himself. But when I watch him in the 10, he lacks that ability to either drive with it effectively or pass it through the lines effectively. So he's missing that key element to being a creator in that number 10 position. He can create from a little bit deeper because there's more space and he can drive up, but then he'll make that short pass to, you know, a Bergvall or somebody
I'm
else.
not even looking at him to create though. I'm looking at him because his box crashing ability is very underrated by Spurs fans.
It is.
And it's because he doesn't score. Like, there's so many times where Saar crashes the box and he finds himself in the right place at the right time and he gets a shot opportunity off. And people are seeing it more now. The reason people are noticing it now is because he's actually scoring goals. But last year when he wasn't scoring goals in the box, people almost didn't notice it because like they were already depressed or they didn't care because we were losing the game. It's like Saar's box crashing ability, and even if he's doing it like based on pure luck, but his ability to just find the right position and just be open
sniff out an area where
it's like it's very, very good. And I'm not expecting Saar to create. I'm more expecting the wingers to create in a sense. Like I'm expecting Kudus and Odebear to create. And I'm expecting Saar to just be a box crasher, like a second striker, box crasher, kind of a work rate kind of guy off the ball. You know what I'm saying? Because like we're gonna be.
You know what I'm looking at? I'm like, if we're to put anybody in the 10, we're probably better off going with one of our wingers in the 10. But as a, you know, like maybe we saw Odebert play in the 10 sometime last year, the back end of the season. I'd like to see potentially you could put Odebert in there, or maybe you play Tell in the 10 behind a Richie up top, for example. So you've got somebody that can actually get on the ball in the middle of the pitch, and you just leave Richarlison to do his dog work in the forward line. Because I am with you, look. Watching Richarlison up top is draining for the eyes. It's so draining. You're watching him, and there's like stuff going on, but there's nothing going on as well because he's just running around chasing the ball, headless chicken vibes. And I feel like sometimes, well, I say all the time, whenever he does actually get on the ball, he lacks confidence in front of goal to put it in the back of the net. We saw that yesterday with the one chance he did have, should have buried it, but City just got really relaxed and just played it wide of the post. I feel like with him in there, though, he has that tenacity to just press that back line and cause a problem. And every now and then he might win the ball. So if we've got somebody also that we can be a focal point for attacks and just, you know, longer balls direct, because I think against PSG when Chelsea played, the one bit where they killed them was those direct long passes into the channels. That's where you can sort of get the most out of Richarlison, just getting little 1v1 battles with their centre-backs and their full-backs. And I think if you play like I could tell, like I say, in behind him, you've got somebody who can get on the ball, link up with a few players, and then he'll have a little bit more space, I feel like, to actually do something for himself and create. Because whenever he's the final person and the first, like the final person up top, he's never that good. But whenever you see him on the wing and he's got somebody else in front of him, he looks decent. He's creating, even against Arsenal when he put that cross into the box. He's like, get him into those wider areas, and he does look good. But it's just when you get him in that middle and he's the focal point and the only one, I feel like he just fails and he falls short quite a lot of the time.
I get what you're saying. It's Richarlison will just drop down. But that's the problem. He's just too passive.
Yeah. It's we're gonna have to find a solution, isn't it? That's facts. We're gonna have to find a solution. But people, we got 116 in the yard. 116 in the yard, but only 59 likes. I mean, it's decent, but it's not good enough. So let's get that up to at least 75 people. We know that's the aim for our streams at the moment. So if we can get 75 likes ASAP, make sure you're running that up, people. We've got far too many people that are just, you're free living right now. Free living. We ain't even in subscriber mode, but we might have to start going in subscriber mode because some people are just out here talking away, but they're not even liking. They're not even subscribing. Make sure you're sharing some love to E as well. Can we get one of the mods to drop E's channel in the chat? You know, drop E's link in the chat to so you can follow up on E as well. We're gonna be wrapping up real soon. But let me just catch up with the chat because I know I'm behind. Sarah at 10 is like Oscar at no, you're going mad, Kengis. Man said it's like Oscar. Man said Oscar wasn't pure work rate. Oscar was tech, bro. Man. Can't believe you put Sarah and Oscar in the same conversations. That's crazy stuff. I have 28 days and just under 9 hours of faith, Luke. When Big Ben hits on deadline day, the truth will come. Philly, you're rather confident that something's going to happen, innit? I wish I had your confidence, but I'm being slow and steady with it. Man, like Wesley again. Odebert is a serious player with a pace like a motherfucker. Yeah, he is. He's serious, bro. I can't lie. He cutting off the left, cutting off the right. He looks comfortable off both feet.
I was just saying, people say it's so Odegaard. I'm like, yo, this guy's cold, bro. Guy's cold.
Nah, for real. I remember saying it like when he was injured for a lot of the time last season. I kept saying, bro, we've got injury to one of our best wingers, and people keep going, oh, how's he your best winger? He's young, bro. You just have
I
to
blame
watch
the
him
Hotspur
play.
Cave, innit? That's who I blame, man. His talent ID is not there, innit?
Oh yeah, Jay's talent ID has been questionable, people. Questionable. Now it's even more questionable. It's even more questionable now, bro, because there's just bad players, man, getting wrong. Man, like Jack Spurs says, Durag Diaries, legend who this morning. Come on, my bro. Decisive striker is needed to take advantage of the few slip-ups PSG will offer. Facts.
Brennan Johnson.
To be fair, the goal he scored yesterday, at first I was gas thinking, yeah, what a finish. Then I saw the replay and it was a whole deflection. I was like, yeah, this is fucking Brennan Johnson.
I was going to say this. I heard you say out the box, yeah, and I was like, what? He doesn't shoot outside the box, let alone score, bro. Like, nah.
But the thing is, when you actually watch it in real time, I see it, I'm like, raw, code it into the corner. I was like, yo, Brennan, Frank's been working with him. And then I watched the slow-mo and I see he just shot straight. It licked off the player. Got the perfect amount of deflection into the corner. And it's like, yeah, this is such a Brennan Johnson goal. Such a Brennan Johnson goal. But who's going mad? Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about Weavy Nudge. Pap Sar is an 8. Do you know what? Oh, no, you didn't watch the game. So I was going to ask you what you thought about Archie Gray in the 8 because a lot of people were really impressed with seeing Archie Gray in the 8 yesterday. He played a more box-to-box role, sort of done the Sar role, which he done against Arsenal, and they pushed Sar a little bit forward. So he was everywhere. I can't lie. You had Bentancur playing behind him. Archie Gray. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because obviously you guys would have watched the game. But he looked pretty good, bro. Man was looking comfortable on the ball in the box. I'm seeing him do some quick feet, some little quick shuffles on the ball. He's playing it forward. He's doing his little 1-2s. He may have looked more comfortable in the 8 than he did in the 6 for Spurs. I can't even lie. Like, he may have looked more comfortable in the 8.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fair.
Now, obviously, depending on the system, he could be different usage. And I suppose for a young player like him, like I've said before, Frank just needs to mold him into whatever player he wants, but just work with him so he knows what position he wants him to play. Because I think the issue will be is he plays him as a 6, then plays him as an 8, and plays him as a 6. And you should be able to play both positions, but try and just nail him down into one so he actually specializes in one of them. But Wesley says the reason the PSG defense was spread so wide is because of the tip of the spear in defense was missing in Pacho. With that center, Mendes and Hakimi become less prone to being caught. Is Hakimi playing this game? Because obviously, I know he's got.
I assume so. I've just
been seeing bare stuff, obviously, regarding his legal issues. And
yeah,
I don't know if he's playing.
I'd assume he's playing.
Okay. Let us know in chat if Hakimi's going to be playing for this game, because I know Hakimi would be a huge miss. Hakimi would be a huge miss for them, and I suppose with him not playing, it would be it would help us out for sure. Definitely help us out. But I don't know what's going on with him, because obviously, bare legal problems. Don't really want to talk about it because don't know enough about it and all that stuff. But yeah, just know that there's legal issues, so don't really know whether he's going to be available for that game or not. Garnacho's the summer replacement. What would you think about this, bro? What would you think if Garnacho was the summer replacement? We just went in and we say, all right, Man United, £45 million. We want Garnacho.
If we're struggling to pay money for Palhinha and we go buy Garnacho, I might not watch Tottenham this season, bro. I might not watch Spurs, bro. That's a Garnacho. Oh my god, that guy's so shit.
Garnacho, yeah.
And the only person I've seen that's worse than him is someone else on his team, bro, in Hoyland. You know, the person I've seen worse than him. So allow this, man. Allow this, man. Keep that guy away from me. Let him go Chelsea.
Man United is really the home of bums, man. It's actually dark. But I can't lie. Moderators ain't moderating right now. The moderators ain't moderating right now. I still haven't seen a link for Elijah's dropped in the chat. So if somebody can quickly go drop that in the chat, what I'm going to do to make this easier, because you guys are frauds. You guys are big time frauds. I'm going to slap it in the title so you can't miss it there. So it's now in the title. It's now in the description. So make sure you're following up the boy. You know, Elijah's going to be going live at 3 p.m. today. So pretty much what I will be doing, because we got North Divide anyway at 2. I'll be sending you guys over to Elijah later on today after the North Divide when we're back at 2 o'clock. What are you going to be talking about in that show, Edo? We'll give them a little preview. What they need to look out for.
Just Spurs talk, innit? Just another Spurs talk. Son and Madison, obviously not here. One due to injury, one due to the here we go. And just talking about the Newcastle stuff. Obviously, I'm going to have to find a way to watch the game. If I can't watch the game, then I'll be running on vibes, innit? But that's what I do anyway, bro. No football knowledge, just vibes.
Man, just straight vibes, no football analysis. Like, you know what it is.
Straight vibes, you already know.
No tomorrow teachings in the daytime, though, innit? None of that business.
Nah.
So no, you're chatting freaky nice and early, bro. Real early, they're getting freaky in the chat, like just talking. I'm trying to get on the tomorrow teachings and stuff like that. I drop in every now and then. I'm just like, what's going on, bro?
We ain't reacted to tomorrow's teachings.
Like, what's going on? I was seeing Diddy Dibbling the other day or some shit like that. I was like, bro, what the
You know what it is, bro? Ange Ball just makes you cope in some next ways, innit? Hopefully I don't have to deal with that this season, innit? But you know the ones that's just like, you don't even notice yourself changing and you look in the mirror one day and you're like, what's going on, fam? That's what Ange Ball was doing to us as Spurs fans, bro. Like, we didn't even realize what was going on until one day we just checked ourselves and was like, yeah.
We're just here. We're sorry. I don't know how we got here, but I'm here now.
Where did it go wrong?
Where did it go wrong? But I am here now. Yeah, it does get like that. I can't even lie, people. It definitely does get like that. But people, I am going to be heading over to Straight Facts in a second. So before we do head out, can we get 75 likes? We still got over 100 people in the building, so there's no reason why we can't. We're currently on that of 69. Why for that? We definitely need to move from that real quick because 2 guys in the stream on 69 likes is just a bit mad.
Yeah, I can't lie. We should have to boycott until.
Just have to hit 70. One of these ones until we get away from there. We just need to get away from one of these ones here. You know what I mean?
Rather not deal with that right now, bro.
And we're back 72. That's fine. That's fine.
All right, go.
But Wesley, none of that today. This is really 10 a.m. Wesley. It's really 10 a.m. bro. Man, we're going mad. Like,
bro, I've been awake for like an hour and a half, bro.
For real, like it's so early in the day for me to even be getting into any stuff, and where you man were trying to get me in trouble in these.
Trench talks will be back in there, and then they'll start.
No. I told them the trenches are compromised. The trenches are compromised. So for me anyway. So we won't be doing none of that on trench talks. Well, I won't. Other people hosting duties, we're gonna stick to that. But look, in the meantime, what I will do, people, is I'm gonna send you over to man, like, who's going live? Sava's going live. Sava's live in a few minutes. I'm gonna send you guys over to Sava, where you guys can continue some of this football talk, some of this Spurs talk, and I'm sure he's gonna be giving you the update, the breakdown as to what's going on in the world of Tottenham, Palhinha, and all of that stuff. So I'm going to send you guys over there. Smash a like on your way out. Make sure you look out for Elijah's stream. Subscribe to Elijah as well. Links in the title. It's also in the description. He's going to be live at 3 p.m. I'm back live at 2 p.m. for the North Divide with Hooks. So you guys know where to catch me. And yeah, we'll be sending you guys over to Elijah after that anyway. So if you're back here at 2 p.m., you're going to see Elijah at 3 p.m. You know, one of them ones. But big up, people. Make sure you have a good day. And yeah, man, we'll be back real soon.